What's good, Fight family? Welcome back to the channel. So we got to talk about some pretty recent news. Armen Tsarukyan, following his UFC 300 win against Charles Oliveira, who was at the time ranked #1 in the lightweight division, he's now been suspended for 9 months and fined, I believe, $25,000. I'll double check that in a second. Fined $25K for punching a fan in the crowd. I'll put up a little picture of what went down in the crowd so you guys know what happened for those of you that didn't see. But basically, on his walkout, or on his way, walking out to the cage to fight Charles Oliveira, some fan, I don't remember what they did. I think they flipped him off or said something out of pocket. I don't entirely remember what happened. I just remember that Armen landed a clean straight punch on him and then screamed or something, and then went to the cage and put on a decent performance, won the fight. I don't really know how I feel about the decision, but he did enough, I guess. Either way, being suspended for 9 months will most likely jeopardize his title shot, or his potential title shot, and his rematch against Islam Makhachev. Realistically, there isn't really too many people that are in line. Just right before I started recording this video, Michael Chandler posted or tweeted saying that he was offered a title shot in, I think it was October, unless McGregor is going to be ready in September. I'll probably find a headline or something for that, and I'll put it up right here just so you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, overall, for one, I wouldn't be mad at that. I don't know about you guys. I wouldn't be mad if Michael Chandler got the title shot, just because he has done everything the UFC's asked of him and he's been out for 2 years. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, even though he's coming off of a loss. I don't even remember if it's 2 losses or not, but yeah, it wouldn't really piss me off too much, especially just because I want to see Islam defend against lightweights. I don't want to just see him go up and fight Leon. I wouldn't be the most mad at it, but I really don't want to see that too much. I want to see the lightweight belt actually be defended a lot. It's always just a couple. It gets to 3, and then people, either lose it or they don't want to defend their weight class anymore. But back to Armen, it's kind of crazy that the Nevada Athletic State Commission continuously makes piss poor decisions. It's almost like it's their agenda. They have a quota to make bad calls, do things that are just going to piss everybody off. And I'll try to get the exact quote here. I know that a commissioner said the incident could have been catastrophic for everyone involved, and that this is a one-time offer. Repeat actions will be dealt with much more severity. Repeat actions will be dealt with much more severely, not with much more severity, sorry. But yeah, and also one more thing I forgot to mention about this. Tsaryukyan can remedy his issue and make it go down to 6 months suspension if he makes an anti-bullying video. And I've already seen memes on Instagram about that. Hilarious. I kind of hope he does it just so he can, save his career a little bit, because 9 months out is a lot of time. And 6 or 9 months, the UFC, they're low-key cucks. They're probably going to make him fight somebody else in the top 5, or have some other type of matchup before he gets a title shot, now that he's going to be out of the limelight for so long. And to be honest, his performance wasn't really anything too memorable to begin with. But I am curious what you guys think about this. I've seen a mixed bag on Verdict when it was posted the other day. I've seen a couple of people saying that they think this is the right decision, and that you shouldn't be hitting a fan or anybody that's just a bystander when you're a trained professional. My take on that is that's just brain dead, honestly. You should be accountable for yourself, especially as a grown-ass adult. And you should know that if you're going to antagonize a fighter, you're probably going to get clocked. This is literally what they do for a living. I feel like too many people nowadays don't live in the real world, and they never have. They've just grown up living in a world where they can say whatever and they don't experience consequences. And to be honest with you, I love seeing people like that get smacked. That's why honestly, Armen doing that and then going out to fight, that rose his stock in my eyes. I'm not the biggest Armen fan because he's kind of annoying on the mic. And to be honest with you, I don't remember what it was exactly. Maybe it was the Charles fight. I don't remember. At some point he did something that just turned me off of him. But overall, as a fighter, you can't deny this guy. And yeah, no, him hitting the fan after getting disrespected, I respect the hell out of that. I hope you guys agree, honestly, because I'd like to think that a majority of y'all watching me are like-minded. This is the fighting world. What the fuck are you doing? But yeah, just craziness. When you realize that Armen is I think he's ranked #1 right now. He's at least in the top 3. When you realize that that's what's at stake for his career, You know, losing your ranking, I don't think he's going to lose it necessarily, but like it's either going to drop or he's going to have to fight somebody that's lower than him. That's really just disappointing. I don't know where he's going to go from here, but hopefully we see him make that fucking anti-bullying video and get right back out there. I think I'd want to see him fight, I wouldn't mind a rematch against Mateusz Gamrot just because that fight was so close, and a lot of people did think he won it just due to that spinning back fist. I don't really know who else in the top 5. Maybe Dustin, if Dustin was down with it, and honestly, that's not a bad matchup. I think Dustin might win that matchup. Dustin or Justin Gaethje, those are the only 2 fights that I could see, actually, now that I really think about it. That would be super entertaining with Armen. I think we should give Mateusz to somebody else, honestly. But, yeah, I don't really need to yap too much. I'm not MMA guru. I don't need to drag this shit out. There's not too much to say on this topic. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm curious. That's going to be all for me. I'll catch y'all.